Oh, I'm muted on there. My bad. So I was muted on socials all this time. Hope you guys got good lip reading. All right, so DJT is going to a new high of day. We're up to $14.19. This is cranking really nicely above that resistance. We got some new buyers coming in, momentum buyers taking this higher. Market shifting to a new low day. I mean, that's a big deal, though, to merge with TAE Tech in a $6 billion deal. I believe they're going to be aiming for power for data centers. It's smart, smart. They have all this inside information now. They're building nuclear power, I suppose, for these data centers. That's what they're focusing, nuclear business. That's what this deal is, to merge with a nuclear power business. Smart cookies, if you ask me. They want to try to make that money on all this data center and AI push that his administration's doing. It makes sense, makes perfect sense, this merger does. So we're up to 1425 high. Now we pretty much hit that wick high there, right? So we need to get through that high of 1425 for more upside here towards 1470. The market is just pulling back still. I'm so surprised that some of these tech companies are rolling over a little bit. Nuke is not a four-letter word anymore. Oh, okay. Let's see. SPY's going to a new lower day. Look at that. Look at that sell-off. Going to that next level, trying to slice right through that support there. And if it does hold below that 675.90, then our next level is 675.20 would be the next level to retest. That is a little volume shelf here. Not much, to be honest with you. I did buy some of the dip on SMCI yesterday, but we're rolling over a little bit, not holding up too well. So we'll see how that plays out today. SMCI is super microcomputers, big boy in the data center industry and sector, but it's just been downtrending for like 7 days in a row here. So I'm trying to just add a little bits and pieces along the way down to maybe 25, and it has a lot of momentum in that sector. We'll see what happens. Let's go back to DJT. So yeah, we still need to get over that 1425. Don't blame me if you hate Trump, then you're not going to trade this stock. That's why give money to them, right? So momentum traders don't care. So above 1425, we want to break that, hold above that. We go towards that 1450 to 1470 range next. Yeah, hit that giveaway, guys. Click that button, sign up for that $50 giveaway. I think it's Amazon gift card, so it's clean gift card, $50. Use that money to sign up for my coaching. Hint, hint. Just joking. I'm joking. Shh. Hey, it's a free way to get in. Okay, so I like DJT here. Let's see what happens. So it's finding it hard to get through 1425. This now, that's all we need to get above and hold, and we're going to aim towards this wick high over here. It's finding a lot of trouble to get up there, so I'm not doing so well. SPY trying to pop up from that level right there. So it's holding this level right now and trying to crank its way back up again. Now, maybe it's tapping out. We'll see if DJT is tapping out here at 1425. 1437 was the high of day. So let's see if it's tapped out for now. And see if there's like a little GIF that's chump tapping out. Nope, there's no, he's dancing. There's a dancing GIF, but there's no tapping out. Maybe there is. Oh, there isn't. Nope. That sucks. SPY now cranking. Look at that. Look at that move. With one candle just engulfed that whole move to the downside nearly. Impressive stuff. Ugrow is moving. This is on the watch list as well. Let's zoom out on this one. Let's see what's going on here. A little choppy chart. Let's go on the hourly. Let's see what's going on. Looks like every pump gets knocked back down pretty quickly. Right here and here. We have to be careful. But if we can hold above 43, then that's a positive sign. Start aiming for the 50s. It's not looking so bad here. Aim for 50 as the target. Just as long as 43 holds, then I like that. We'll see how that one plays out. If it fizzles out or we get that boost in volume. I'll be aiming for up here. That level. It's about 50 cents. Oh, I like this. If I get into a trade, I'll let you guys know. I called it out that I'm getting into it. Right now, I'm not in any of these calls or puts. I'm just looking for a setup. And honestly, the watch list trades are doing very well today. SOC's up to $9 plus on the watch list entry. That's really nice. It's up to a new high as well. So, and SPY's trying to crank back up here. So this does look good. SOC is up to a high of $9.24. If anyone was following that one. So DJT holding this range up really nicely over here. So if we do hold this $14 and we get above $14.25, this one's going to a new high. So it's not out, you know, we may not talk about it, but that's the range that I'd be looking for. As long as we hold 14, we push back above 14.25 and get a candle close, a couple candles, I would imagine 3 minute candles, then I would aim for the top, that 470 knockout smash. So you can see it pulled back to that 14, which was that level right here, based on previous price action, right? And then we're pushing now, trying to push back up. Second time retesting 14.25. So we smashed through it this time cleanly, or we may just see another clean rejection again. It just kind of stuck between these $14 and 14.25. What do you think of SOC over pre-market high 99.39? Let's have a look. Oh, you're talking about yesterday's highs? Yeah. So yeah, cleanly over that level. If we can get over yesterday's level right here, we have an opportunity to play towards that $10 range. They did have confirmation of their pipeline activation, right? So they got an approval, and they are able to, I believe it was like hooking up one state to another, I think it was, in a state pipeline facility. It looks like, oh, then they got an approval here, confirmation. Oh, it's active. So they got an approval for it, but it's active, I suppose. The pipeline connecting two areas together is active. So they got that all active, and that's why we're moving on that news today. Now, if you're a short trader, then that's also where you would look at too, right? So it's a good point that Charlie mentioned, that once we get through that area, yeah, continuation, we could make our way back up to 10 plus. But if we get rejection, strong rejection, then the shorts may take this down a little bit, and that may be a shorten entry as well. And I mean, shorting sounds dangerous, right? But if we're just looking at confirmations, but we're just flipping it upside down from the bullish confirmation. We're just looking at bearish confirmation. We're just flipping the chart upside down, looking like that. And then your stop losses will be if it goes above a resistance instead of below a support, say, or below an MA or whatever it is. So it sounds dangerous, but as long as you know and you follow through with a plan for that trade, for all your trades, then you should be just fine doing this as well, because there is a lot of money to be made to the downside as well once they peak out, right? DJT got to a new high of day, so we broke through that 14.25. So as long as we hold above that, now we got 2 minutes of this 3 minute candle left. If we hold above that, we'd aim for this wick high here, and that will be 14.70 right here. This line, that will be where I'd aim for next. Now, if we blow that top off, who knows where we go. Oh, nice, Dancy. One win, one loss, total net loss today. Okay, minimal though. Okay, so you controlled your loss. which is a win. Yeah, it's absolutely a win if you controlled your loss and you minimized it. That's a good thing too. Spy a new high. Yeah, what's testing highs? I'm just not going to play all this crap right now. We got the pullback. You can play puts on that pullback and then look for entries off those areas, which see what reactions we get, right? Which we got a positive one off this area. But I'm not going to dilly around at these highs unless we really break through it. Then I'll be aiming for 680 and just take it up to 680. But I'm not going to do-dally around this little where it's at now. There's in the middle 2 zones. I'm not going to jump into it here. I'm going to just wait for a clean break. Hi, Dave. It's a 38% move for DJT. That was stagnant for so long. It was just falling. And finally, they got something going for them. Congrats. Can't hold its weight at 1425. Just it needs to hold that 1425 and not keep retesting it. Baruch is in the house. Good morning. All right, Charlie, good stuff. Give yourself a pep talk. Don't do it again. Let me see if I can. SOC. Yeah, it is not holding. Let's see if I can. DJT look like it's heading for the gutter. That ME9 is about $14, so it needs to hold $14 here, or then it starts to turn bearish a little bit. So it's trying to hold 14 right now. You see that wick still sitting on top of the blue line. So the bulls can still be in control of this if it just bounces off that level and starts pushing back up. This, you know, if you're, I like clean trend days to trade SPY. This is definitely not a clean trend day whatsoever, right? Like yesterday was a clean trend day. Look at that. That was a nice move down. Just continued to get bashed down every time it tried to reverse. You could have traded this a couple of times yesterday, right? That's a nice clean trend. This is not a nice clean trend. This is choppy up and down between two levels. If you want to scalp, so be it. But I like a clean trend to trade and be more effective on my profit levels, right? Like yeah, this day was a clean trend day. This was a clean trend, but this chopping between not ideal to trade. Just personally, you can get stopped out pretty quickly up and down in those moves and just build frustration. That's what you're gonna get, a lot of frustration in that. So DJT lost that level. It's looking very bearish at this point. Next level is that 1367. Top of that descending wedge breakout. Looks like it's slicing through these levels pretty quickly. I took a piece of that short in DJT there. Sometimes you can get short borrowing shares on Webull. Sometimes you don't get lucky. Well, DJT, you get lucky. There's some shares available for borrowing. You can short there, and the fee is very. If you hold it, obviously the fee is very is fine. It's not hard to borrow. It's not a high fee. So with this, I do like it. If we lose this level, then I can see shorting it down to 13 again would be a nice little treat there. Unity is in play today, in my opinion. Or what, upside or downside? What are your thoughts on that? A lot of these top names are rolling over a little bit, so be careful with your momentum trading. When the volume starts to drop off, you know, they're going to be coming hard down to certain, maybe some support levels that you can pick up on, but you don't want to be caught in that big drop off with that sell side volume, right? This is just nasty. Let's see. I'll have a queue up this one contract here. Let's see what we got. I like this down. I like that it's curling down again. We'll probably end up retesting this level down here. I'll deal with that candle. queue up. Let me queue up a bit further out, maybe like 674 puts. Cheaper. So I'm queuing up 674 puts, SPY for tomorrow. I'm gonna see, this candle is too juicy for me to just jump in at the bottom of the candle. I'm gonna look at the next candle. All right. Let me jump in one contract. I'm gonna have a little bit of room just to add a few more if I need to. But 674 puts for tomorrow. Oh, I'm getting ready to buy it. Getting ready. Not there yet. Just a little bit of move up, please. Just stick up a little bit. Oh man, come on. Trying to snipe this entry. Can't hear a pin drop in the anywhere in the room. About a minute for this candle. Come on, give me a better entry here. Other entry would, if we lose that line right there, just get into it if we lose that. There you go. Let's put it up a little bit. We got bearish signals on the indicator, Maverick under the 50 on the RSI. There's a few little things that give me more confidence in this trade, but I want to see what this candle does here. Oh, GJT is falling. All right. Grabbing one. 258 fill on those 674 puts. 258, just one contract. Give me a little room just in case I can add a few more if we get a bump up in rejection. And then we can put a stop in place, your max percentage wise, or you can put if we get above a certain level, because we got a lot of chop here. So ideally, if we start to get back through this level, maybe 677.50, then that will be my cue to think about exiting if we get back above that level. My target, if we do decide to fall down here, it's just a little choppy, so it's not perfect to be trading this, but I'm gonna just trade one at the moment. I would be aiming for this as a target point right here. So this would be my target. And then if we fall through there, we just look for continuation down from there. But if we get back up, say like here somewhere, then I'd be looking to exit with a stop, just to limit my downside. It's going to be very choppy up and down. You know, we may pick up, and that's where we have to adjust ourselves and make sure we put we get that stop in place, so we don't take severe losses, right? So this candle's got a wick to the top and to the bottom. $30 seconds left of this candle. Ideally, I would love it to close under that black line, and then we get that move towards that low of day. 258 to 275 so far on those contracts. But that profit can be easily ripped away with a nice rip back up on this candle to the top of the wick. So let's see. Okay, we got 278 now. Let's see what this candle does. If we follow through the selling, then this one's going to pay us pretty nicely. 281, guys, 285. There's profit on the table. Just want to be careful. This is not going to make or break me as a trader, right? One contract not going to do much to me. That little green candle can change a lot in that profit too. So, you know, you can just see how volatile these contracts move, because it's really based down towards entry now, a couple of cents above entry. So you can see how quickly your profit can go away. So just be careful here. Man, oh man, what's going on today with this one? And I got one contract. I wanted to put like 3 max. As long as, like, if we come up here and we reject up here, then I'd take a few more and average a little bit better. But if we just rip right through that, I just stopped out on one contract. We'll see what happens if we push up back up towards this level again. And we'll put like a box there instead of a scribble. Oops, that's not what I want. Right here, around this area, right? We talk about Florida. Why you hating on my state? California's in a lot of debt, and they collect all the money from you guys. So that place sucks to live. So I don't know about you, but Florida has no income tax, where me just take away home taxes and it's in a surplus. So talking about state-wise, you're dead bankrupt over there. So be careful. You may not have no water and electricity soon in California. Be careful there. Yeah. And then you have a fire, and then the water that they put the fire out with, and then creates a mudslide, and then you have mudslides in California and earthquakes. So, I mean, congratulations living over there. I'd love to go visit. I've been visiting California for a while, but living there is just madness. Look at that rip right back up there. This is what I have to be very careful for on those. So this may be the chance for me to average down a little bit on those puts, or it may be a chance just to leave and take that loss if we get above that black box. That's quite the nice reversal. And California is probably the #1 biggest state with debt as well. So, you know. The greenest people live in California. Brackle. We drop Cali and add Canada. I'm okay with that. Me too. So that's a giant green candle. That's because I was talking crap to Farouk inside the Discord over here, and I got I got hit with a green candle. That is quite the nice reversal. So let's see if it just engulfs in the black box. Let's see if it holds up here. That's what I get. Let's just all head to Texas. Screw it. Nikki gave us an idea. It's in the middle. Let's just go. Poor puts that I got now, right? They're up 10%. Now they're down 20%. So that's how they can shift, right? So quickly. And just having that stop loss in place, just, protect that loss there, big loss. I'm still with that one put because it's not going to break me here. What will break me if it gets through higher day, probably. I just don't think I can ever recover. Yeah, wrap the presents, man. I'll give you my address. Send me over some dirt from your old house. I need to put some plants in the garden. So now we've gone through here. So, we may just break through. That's what I'd be looking for, to break through that now, to just take this rip right up. And that would stop me out completely on that one contract. Oh, yeah, do it. Oh, yeah, let's do some snow angels. Yeah, have s'mores. I mean, we pretend here in Florida, we just pretend it's cold outside so we can have a hot chocolate with some marshmallows inside. We just pretend. We spray the windows with fake snow, so it looks like it's cold. Get out of that. Thank you so much. Right, that wasn't a successful trade. Boo hoo. I'm about to take a loss here. I should have taken a loss, right? And look what happened, because I got distracted by Farouk in the Discord. I got a bigger loss to take now. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I'm gonna blame you for it. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Love you, buddy. Oh my God. Yeah, turn the AC down. Yeah. Let's crank it down and freeze the AC unit outside. And then get some jackets on. Yeah. Why not? That's a great idea. Then we can just burn a fire in the middle of our living room as well to keep warm. Oh, that's a rip. Nice rip right through here. Let me see. Anything else? Right. This was terrible. I mean, there was about 10%, but look at this W. It's like a W ripped right through there. Market's trying to rip right back up now. Yeah, I like this one. I'm gonna take some, I'm gonna swing some AMD calls here, guys. I take a loss in that SPY, screw SPY, and I take a loss in that. Didn't work out great. That's okay. But I like AMD setup here towards that 215 to 220. So I'm like AMD, and I'm gonna look at what they have here. This is the last call out I'm gonna do before I shut it down and get ready for the coaching. But I'm going to look for like maybe, let's see, January 2nd is a couple of weeks out. Let me see calls. I'm going to say, see kind of volume here. Volume's low. Better. 220 calls. Yeah, 220 calls I like. I'm gonna pick some 220 calls for this. Yeah, let's do the second. Let's go maybe another week out. Let's see what we got. 215. Let's see what volume they got. 220s there. Oh, they have good volume here. So I'm gonna grab one 220 AMD call. That's gonna be my free little swing option alert today. And I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna put it in the Discord as well. AMD. Grabbing one AMD 220 call for January the 9th. At I'll put 420. I'm gonna try to get it filled at 420 in the mid. Just one contract, so $400, around 420 bucks. That's what I'm gonna grab. I got it for January the 9th. And then what I'm gonna aim to do here, I'm gonna get rid of everything. What I'm gonna aim to do is, as long as we hold, this say like 200, then I like to trade this up. That would be my limit. If we lose 200, I exit out of those calls. But if we stay above 200, then I'm gonna say aim towards this 220 to 225. That's where I'm gonna aim. And I got it about, about 3 weeks out. So it gives us a little bit of time to, even if we have some, not straight up days, we can at least have a bit of time to push our way back towards that 220 level, right? So the top of this range that we saw here, we talked about this at the beginning of the stream as well. So I'm just going to try to trade it up towards this level, and that will be my target. And my stop loss will be if we lose like 200 right here. If you want to, obviously, if you want to be a little bit more risk on, then you look to take it down towards below these wicks. If we close below the wicks, then maybe that's your max threshold on them. But for me, about 200 is mine, and then I'm aiming for up here. So if we do get up there, then they will pay very nicely for you. And, you know, I'm the swing kind of guy. I don't really like to day trade so much, but swing trading has done very well, especially options as well. We got the SPY play maker as well. We have coaching, which we talk about SPY, about option calls, swings, not just day trading all the time. And they're just more effective. Plus, you got time, right, to plan. It's not just in and out within a few minutes. It's a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks, and you're trading them. So totally different mindset there. All right, let me see. Oh yeah, that's it. It's the best. You must feel great on the cloud right now. Yeah, do that. That may be a good ETF to have, and inversely, that may help you, right? That may help you. Not on the watch list trades, but it may help you on the day trade of SPY today at least. All right, guys, I'm out of here. If you want to, let me just, before I leave, I just want to make sure that everyone's got the link to get the giveaway, $50 giveaway. Let me share that one more time at the bottom of the chat in Discord, and then right here. And then if you did want to get into coaching, it's not like a one session and you're going to change your life. It's going to be built up over time, right? So it's going to take a little bit of time to kind of learn strategy that's consistent, bringing in P&L consistently over the months, but it's going to take a little bit of time. And if you have time and you have and you put the effort in, you can definitely get yourself on a very clean and easy, consistent path to the upside without having to day trade options all the time. You can focus on more of swing to long term. That's kind of what I do, right? So I go from the short term day trading, whatever I make profit, which I didn't make profit today, but whatever I made profit, I then kind of move it along in the process, which I, you know, put it into longer term swings and then long term investment. And then you start to build passive income with some dividends in the mix as well. And that long term is going to bring you a nice steady income. You know, if you're trying to live off this for in your lifetime, then that's going to start bringing you some passive income monthly to live on. You don't just have to rely on Social Security. You don't have to rely on just working all the time. You can build up your own machine to bring you a nice income monthly to live off of, right? To live good. And that's what you're going to get from the long-term stuff. Short-term's fun to make that profit and move it along to build up your accounts. That's what I want to do with day trading. Today I just took a loss, so I don't have anything to take across, but it is early in the day. So let me just share the link to the coaching. You shared the link. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Paula, for sharing the link. And like I say, that AMD, I got that one field, and I'm going to look to take this up to that 220, 225. My personal stop loss will be if we lose 200. But I'm aiming to get, you know, a nice return with a very limited downside. on the stop. So yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Have a good rest of your day. I'll see you in the coaching stream. Ta-da for now.